Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage of Round 1 Middle 7 feature card at the 2020 Christchurch Fling. My name is Chris Hoopmann and I'm joined by Brady Kuech. How you going?
Good, Chris. How are you?
Very well. How good was that front 7?
It was a great front 7. We got a couple players under par, so feature card scoring well.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be a tough battle through this middle stretch. It's a really tricky course, but it's awesome to have the baskets down and these guys playing around. Here we see our feature card, Marky U on 2 down. Luca Lebel is in 8th at 1 down. Jackson Sullivan in 2nd, playing well at 4 under par. And Cooper Sollis having a bit of a rough time at 2 over par. He's in 18th place.
Yeah, but that's all right. There's plenty of golf here to play, so Coop can still be in it. Really kind of hot start, 4 down through 7 with Jackson sitting in 2nd place. So it should shape up for well. Probably the easiest hole in the course. Par 3, 51 meters straight ahead. You can see all of these gardens that are around the basket play as OB. You'll probably see a couple out of bounds flags coming up here in coverage, but it should play nice and simple, 50 meters. Unless, of course, you have the roaring headwind that it looks like the feature card got.
Yeah, wind was a big factor throughout this course, but only 50 meters, so basically just you could almost jump putt it if you really wanted to. Jackson's pushed this out wide to the right, and he's hit those containers and fallen into the OB. Yep.
One will be a little unfortunate there. Still should be edge of circle, so it shouldn't be too bad. Luca just takes the direct approach straight at it.
Yeah, super simple. Easy as.
Inside the circle, yeah, should be no problem for birdie there. Great shot by Luca.
Now, I did notice these OB flags very delicately placed. I believe that was your doing there, Brady.
Yeah, I might have had a little bit to do. Great shot by Cooper, pin high. But yeah, the out of bounds, as you can see, is really kind of hard to mark. There's gaps everywhere in grass, and people say, oh, blade of grass, and I'm still in. And I wanted no errors on this. Mikey going a little left,
but short, so he's safe.
He'll be fine. It gives him a putt at birdie, which is good. Jackson, just outside the circle maybe.
Needing to save par, but he's got a pretty vicious headwind.
Ooh, that was close.
Flirting with the OB long. He might have been expecting a little bit of wind action, pushing it right of the basket. Didn't get any though with that fairly direct spin putt.
Yep, no harm, no foul. Should be able to tap out there for bogey. Mikey with a chance here to go for birdie. Long look for him. Little bit of a jump putt. Oh, just splashes out right-hand side.
Yeah, catching the rim of the basket.
Yep, wanted that one.
Bouncing out. Rough. Oh, and low from Cooper.
That's an unfortunate one. He's going to be kicking himself for that one. He'll remember that when this round is over. Can Luca tap out and get the birdie?
Yeah. So birdie.
That's got to feel good. Getting out the gates, starting this middle 7. Nice birdie from him. No problem for Jacko. Unfortunate that it's a bogey, but that's a good solid putt, so that should help build some confidence in these future holes. Yep, tap out for Mikey and Cooper.
Not super happy with them, but here's what it is. Par's not too bad. Heading into hole 9, par 3, 112 meters. Have to get through this opening between the 2 sections of rough and then contend with the out of bounds. This entire bark chip area on the right will be flagged OB. You can kind of bail out to the left once you're through the opening or push up to the green. Kind of a little hill, so you can skip up there, sit nicely right by the basket.
Yep. Time to stretch some arms, hopefully. Luca's got first shot here.
He's turned this quite well.
Yep.
Just over the top of that OB, and it should fade back in. Yeah. Pushing up to the basket, just a bit short.
Yep. Great shot. He'll have a look from circle 2. Shouldn't be too bad. Cooper should probably follow suit with another backhand here.
He'll want to get this high. He's been throwing a little bit low, but this looks really good. He's got a lot of spin on that, and that should just come up.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's great. Should be just on circle's edge. A little bit under the basket, but, it gives him the look, and that's what you're looking for. This is a tough shot for a forehand player.
Yeah, it's interesting that he went for the sidearm because shapes up
Oh, no.
Much better, and yeah.
He clipped a tree off the tee. I don't know if you could see it. A little bit of course maintenance. He did go out of bounds, so he's going to have to take that all the way back to the start of the garden. That's going to be a pretty tough second shot for Mikey. Jackson should have all the distance that he needs off the tee here. It's only 118 meters. Little bit of a wind. Let's see if he can get the read right and give himself a shot at birdie. Yeah, smooth customer out on the right-hand side.
Bit of cabbage off that one as well. Throwing his Kahoo, and it's right up there.
Yep.
That's in the green.
That's in the green. He's in the fairway. He'll have that circle's edge look. Should be all right for him.
Here we see Mikey way further back, entering the OB quite early. It's going to have to throw over OB to get up to the green.
Go.
This needs to push. And it fights that wind out. I was for certain that was going to hyzer out super early, but...
Mikey and that trusty pig of his. Luca with a look.
Leaves it low.
Nah. Yeah, came a little floppy out of the hand. Probably let the wind affect that one too much. Came up short. Jackson with his spin putt shouldn't have too much of an issue. Hopefully he can convert the birdie.
Yeah, just doesn't want to go long because it does drop off the backside of the screen.
Oh, no, over the top. And yeah, that's what you said. That rough comes in quick when you go down. He's out still. Looks like he's got a right to left wind. It's going to play tricks with his little hyzer putt here.
And lays it up.
I mean, it's a smart play. You know, like if you lost the confidence by going over the top on the first putt, you know, like, just take your medicine, put it underneath, and walk away.
Yep.
Cooper's got a birdie look, though. So hopefully get it up this time. Yeah!
Nice, Cooper.
Great putt. Nice and high, nice and confident. You can see it. Yeah, he's standing there. He's like, yeah, I got this. Great putt by Cooper. Good recovery from that last hole. Nice work. Yep, no worries. Take the bogey. A bit unfortunate on one that you can hit, and that's 2 bogeys in a row for Jackson, but still early days. We're only, 9 holes in.
Another bogey from Mikey. A feature card struggling a little bit on hole 9.
Yeah, it's funny. They came out the gates there in the front 7, playing well, slowing down a little bit here for this mid 7. But the big boys can open up. Here we go, another par 4, 169 meters. As the drone flies, you got a little bit of a right turn off the tee. Plays great for that, like a little bit of a forced flex shot, right hand, backhand. But as you come into the green, there's a lot of trees that kind of come into play, so you got to judge your distance right as you're coming in. So you got this mature guardian tree in the back. Basically, if you can hit that, you are parked, so hopefully for the birdie. Yeah,
I see a lot of players, once they've got out into the open, they'll opt for the forehand and kind of get in the backside of that green because it's a little more open, avoiding the protecting trees on the right-hand side.
Yeah, definitely. It all kind of comes down to the tee shot. Cooper looks like he's gone low again, but it's cutting the wind, which is nice. So he's, just got a nice straight fairway shot. He'll be fine.
He's avoided the major mistake, which is hitting that willow right in the middle of the fairway in any way, shape, or form. Yeah,
Luca's like, I'm not playing with that willow at all, and this is crushed.
Yeah, he sent that perfect turnover just right up the edge of the fairway.
Yeah, he's way down that right-hand side. It should give him kind of a tricky look, but he should be able to go straight at it. Mikey's probably with a forehand going to play way out left, so he can kind of, again, like we said, take that forehand in on your second shot, if he can make the willow.
Yeah, and he's pushed wide. He's up there.
Yeah, he's just fine. Well wide, should have an easy forehand approach. He'll probably pull out that putter he threw over OB on the last hole.
Yeah.
So he should be just fine. Let's see if Jackson can push a little bit of distance, show these boys, what those North Islanders can do. So smooth.
Looks great. Not quite as long as he'd want, but he's up there.
Yeah, he should be fine. He's a little left side there with Mikey, but again, like we said, that's the open side, so a nice, easy kind of forehand up and down.
I mean, I'm sure he knew he had the distance with a quite overstable disc, so he probably didn't even want to attempt the turnover.
Yep, nice and safe. Yeah, Cooper turned it over again. Little bit too much ante on that one, so came out the hand, finished left. He'll probably have to pitch, just kind of lay up, do the up and down for a par. Jackson going backhand.
Yeah, so he'll be flirting with those trees on the right-hand side, but threads the needle perfectly. Goes a touch long.
Touch long. Yeah, funny. Overstable Kia, so it looked like a mid out of Jackson for that, but that shouldn't be a problem for him. Easy birdie look.
Yeah, Mikey going with that same pig. and plays that nicely, just in the rough. That little longer grass section, excellent for grabbing discs. It's the area you want to end up in.
Yeah, just fine. 6 or 7 meters short, shouldn't be too bad. Luca thinking about this one, there's that trees I thought were going to come into play. But he's just fine. Like I said, around that mature tree, he's probably 4 meters out, easy birdie.
Low ceiling for Cooper to punch through to get this birdie. Gives it a run.
Ooh.
Yeah, just low, but that's fine. That's up and down.
And you're really happy with that, like giving it a run from that side, still keeping it about chain high. Good look for him. Good catch by the basket.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're scared of Jackson's putts.
Abusing the basket there. It's just product testing, really.
Yep. Easy par for Cooper, which is good. Should be just kind of cleanups here by Mikey and Luca, I'd suspect, if that was Cooper's. Mikey going with a backwards hat.
Keeping it cool. Yeah, getting those birdies.
Easy birdie for Mikey. Well done. Plays well for his forehand, so good work by him.
Yeah.
There's kind of the first... So coming down from the North Island, I talk about the South Island statues. So like on the green, how South Island players will stop as you're putting. Yeah.
Mikey, good example there. Hole 11, par 3, 105 meters. Now, this is fairly open hole. These players are probably going to be throwing straight into a headwind in these conditions, so it'll be interesting to see how they select their discs and navigate the fairway.
Yep, hyzer flip out of Lucas, straight down the... Well, he wanted it to go straight down, flipped over a little bit on him, but he's, 100 meter hole, he's pin high right, probably 20 meters?
Definitely up there. Mikey opting for the backhand.
Yeah, if you look at the flags on the tee, it's a howling left to right at the moment. So yeah, backhand's a good play.
Yeah, it's all over the place up there. This looks pretty high from Mikey.
Good follow through. Can it come back for him? Stay out of those trees. Oh yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yep, little short. He doesn't have as much power on his backhand, but yeah, pretty routine for him.
Let's see what Jackson can give us. This looks great.
Straight down, fighting the wind the whole way.
Yeah, pushing a little bit left, kind of the mirror image of where Mikey's ended up, just on that flat section down there.
But it also looks like he made the hill, so he might be the closest of the group to kind of give him a look. Which with a tailwind on his little spin putt, will work real well for him.
Definitely Cooper just selecting his discs. Just low.
Yep, low again for Cooper. It's kind of been his miss of the round, but he's just fine. He is, he cut the hole in half, so it should be an easy up and down for him.
Yeah.
Let's see if the hat helps a little bit. He had the hat off on the drive. On the upshot, it's back on.
Ooh, getting some wind action, and that's come up a bit short, unfortunately.
Little short. Doesn't look like the hat's helping too much, unfortunately.
No. Jackson, probably about 15, 20 meters out. And was that a layup?
Maybe a half go. That is a tricky distance with this wind. So yeah, just the safe one. You should be able to tap in par.
Mikey with a jumper. Oh!
That was a go.
That was a great run.
Yep, great bid by Mikey. Came in chain high. Little stepper from Luca. That looked a bit more of a layup, though. Yeah. But should be easy par from him. Cooper wants this. He wants to save par.
Still not guaranteed. It's got his work to do.
Shot short.
Needs to sit.
Sit. Looks like he maybe gained a meter. That's right. Step away, recollect yourself. There you go.
He's got the hat on.
There we go. But he's focused. There we go. Great putt. Yeah, you can see the frustration as he picks up his mini, but hey, he stopped the bleeding, made the putt. He can walk on to the next one.
And these should all be cleaned up by the rest of the feature card.
Yep, easy par. You'd think with it only being 100 meters, it'd play easier than it does. But as you can see, with this wind, that is definitely not a guaranteed birdie by any means.
Yeah, it can be deceptive when you've got a hole that's wide open right in front of you. It can often feel a lot further than it actually is, and it really influences the way that you drive the disc.
Yep, not too much damage on that hole, which leads us here into hole 12, par 3, 82 meters. I like to call it the wall. The drone just flew around that wall of poplars right out front of the tee. A lot of players right-hand, backhand, they'll be taking it wide to this right-hand side and letting the wind push the disc back at the basket. But as you can see, there are a lot of guardian trees. So tendency I've seen is people push it too long to that wall of pines on your right, or otherwise they'll get caught up in those couple pines that are early.
Yeah, there are a lot of trees on this hole to get caught in.
And it's completely blind off the tee, so Luca pretty much can't see that as soon as it makes it past the poplars. And he's like, oh, that should be all right.
Yeah, this was a bit of a tricky one to film as well. I really only had the right-hand side. Ooh.
Dang it.
Mikey's not happy with that.
Yeah, clearly not happy with that. Where'd that go?
Hit some wind and turned over.
So Mikey's going to be way left, which may help him because it's a little bit open as long as you can get some distance off the tee.
Jackson's gone huge out to the right-hand side, pushed it up.
Yeah, and as you can see, you can only kind of catch the disc at the end of the flight. So yeah, kind of a spike hyzer. He's going to be outside circle 2 with a low ceiling.
He's pin high though. That's pretty good.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, Cooper taking the same route. It's kept it a little bit lower.
He might get the skip. Just skip straight.
Forward skip.
A little bit left.
But again, he should have an open look, so he can give it a little go if he wants to. So yeah, here's Mikey way out left, almost across the fairway.
But he's got a backdoor entrance to the green.
Yep.
And he's pushed it a little bit beyond the basket, but definitely within monkey range.
Yep, bit of meat on the bone for that one, but should be all right.
And this is Luca's look. He's got a little opening between these two trees and uses the ground really well. I was impressed by this shot.
Yeah, that's a real smart play. Just, like sliding it up under the basket, using those chips to his advantage. Sit down.
Bit of a floater from Jackson. That's fine.
Yeah, he should be okay. Looks like it might have been a layup that ended up a half go of the win, but yeah, he should get away unharmed.
This low ceiling really makes you second guess any kind of run that you give.
Yeah, and you can see that, it was probably a bit of a go there from Cooper, but, nose down because of the low ceiling. So, yeah, he'll just end up parked. Man, great putt. Way to be Mikey. Good way to come back. He was way out on the left-hand side after the drive. So good par from him.
He's grooving. I love Mikey's putt. Just so direct.
Yep, good cleanup from Jackson.
And,
low ceiling even in the backswing. But easy tap out for Luca.
And this should be a par frame for our feature card.
Yep. Yeah, par frame. Barbecue is another one I've heard. And also Simon just introduced parvesting.
Oh, okay.
Here we go, hole 13, par 3, 72 meters, real short. I like to call it the Flexline Pocket. Thank you, Flexline, for sponsoring this hole and the Flexline colors here on the basket. As you can see, you're just trying to shoot this gap right in the middle, but you have that guardian and thick branches on either side of the fairway.
Yeah, and this hole was trouble for a lot of players over the weekend. A lot of rough that you can get into and a lot of spiky blackberries in that rough. And Mikey's gone way wide and way long, and he's ended up in a bit of rough that you wouldn't even really consider ending up in.
Yeah, that kind of pine tree out the back normally doesn't come into play, but apparently...
not in the land where discs go to die.
Mikey is clearly showing us, apparently, where discs go to die.
I think he said he wasn't in the land where discs go to die, but I think he was. He just didn't know it yet. But yeah, I think Jackson... might be in the land where discs go to die. Yeah,
Jackson and Luca kind of made that mistake. Hold on to it for a little bit too long. Wind's going to push it into that blackberries on the right. That's not going to be a fun spot to go into. Let's see if Cooper can, find middle ground.
Yeah, that's a kind of middle ground.
True. He is technically between the blackberries on the right and Mikey out there on the left. He should have a pretty easy up and down.
Oh.
Yeah, but again, that low ceiling coming into play.
Yeah, maybe even just a backhand, like a low ground
skipping
play.
one like Luca played on the last one. Just let it slide in there.
Yeah. Yeah, this basket is deceptively close to the corner, so if you want to play it safe off the tee, you can honestly just do a straight shot to the gap, and then you've almost got a putt.
Yeah.
You don't even really have to push the opening.
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of overthink it a little bit. You can just kind of play it, like use the skip. It's pretty dry out here at the moment. As you can see, that was a good kind of up from him, but he is frustrated because he took that first tree shot.
And this is what players had to deal with to reach their lie inside this rough. It is dense.
I heard rumor that this is what happened on this hole. The fact that there's footage of this is fantastic. And that is not quite out.
Nah.
Closer, but not quite. So he's still going to have a tricky out from there. He's probably going to have to throw an Annie around the corner. Jackson is deeper into the bushes, which for a big man like Jackson, you can see that he's kneeling and just probably going to punch out like Luca did.
Oh.
Just out. Just out.
That was throwing backwards from the basket.
Oof.
So this hole was brutal.
Yeah. Well, and now, of course, they have to make it out of the bush in one piece. It's a little scuba action. Oh no.
Just a little bit weak.
Yeah. So didn't get the distance right. Maybe the wind played into that one, but he's going to have another tough putt coming out of there. Luca didn't make it out, so he's got some patent pending coming up.
He's able to kind of straddle out though, but he's got long limbs. He makes it out.
Yeah, that's a good scramble to give himself a look.
And here we have Mikey approaching from the back side of the green in kind of that back section of rough. He's got an open look through this little window. That's all right.
Yep, that'll do just fine. Again, he seems to be overpowering it. You know, he went a couple meters deep of the pin on that one, but it should set up for a putt. Is Jackson lying down?
He's on the knee.
Okay.
And he's going to pop out a little roller.
Sit.
And
sit.
He's juiced that.
Whoa. Yeah, it looks like a Kia mid, maybe just too fast. Should have maybe switched to a putter.
Yeah.
It's in Jackson range, but it's definitely, not the putt that he wants to be looking at this point.
Especially after such a struggle to get where he is now. And
Bang.
He gets it.
Great catch, double bogey, really unfortunate, but he's...
pulling the thorns out of his leg. Man, he got ripped up in that hole.
Oh, man, that is blood coming down the knee.
That was nasty.
Let's see if Mikey can clean up the par. No more damage on this hole, boys.
Yeah. Man, you could just copy and paste some of Mikey's putts. They are textbook.
Mm-hmm. Nice up and down, little bit of float, little bit of wobble, but hey, nothing but the heart of the chains. Oh, no.
Just a little tickle from Luca.
He done such good work to get out of the bushes, too.
Also with the double bogey, really unfortunate.
Yep.
This hole causing some troubles.
Yep, got to stay out of that blackberry, folks.
Yeah, I think after the tails from the first round, people learnt pretty quick.
Yep.
Keep it out of the rough.
Coming up here, we got hole 14, par 3, 118 meters. As you can see, clear fairway off the tee. The trouble is really as you approach the green. So I've seen a lot of people, you see that low kind of dark bush in the front. You can take a hyzer just over that and end up with like a circle 2 look. Or a lot of players will be taking a wide hyzer out on the right-hand side to try to skip under the trees. But as you can see, this basket's way on the far left, so it's pretty hard to get into the pin.
Yeah, this entire fairway is super guarded as the crow flies to the basket. You do have the fairway out to the right if you want to take your 3. I've also seen some rollers.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mikey's setting up the forehand roller, which should play incredibly well for this. So if he can get that down and that can find a way...
Just didn't stand up.
No. And that's the problem with rollers on this course. You're battling both. The grass is a little bit long, but also the ground's... It's sand, so it's soft, so it's going to gobble up as soon as it hits the ground.
Not to mention the wind.
And never forget the wind.
And low from Cooper.
Yeah, you can tell he's not happy with that. Funny, we're starting to get to that point that I'm hoping that he's going to start turning that around and learn his lesson and get these up. A lot better out of Luca. Nice and wide, nice and high.
Got the snap going.
Good skip.
Really good. That was nice from Luca.
Yeah, so he's pin high. He's just outside right. Should be an easy up and down. Nothing's in his way.
Jackson with the extended run up. He wants to crush this.
Yeah, he's going big.
Yeah, he probably was trying to go over the top there, I think.
But yeah, you can see the wind's just pushing it. So as soon as it started to stall out, it finished left. I mean, he might have a look to the left of that tree.
Yeah, I think he definitely has a look. Keep going high.
Yep, spike highs are coming in. So if he can make it over the trees and kind of punch down, he should get a look. Unfortunately, yeah, I thought that'd be the case.
Caught up.
Yep, drop down, which is good. No tree climbing for Cooper. But yeah, he'll probably have to, do another layup and take the bogey.
Mikey going with the pig forehand approach. He's in the open, but he's got these trees to navigate. Punching through.
Yeah,
that's great.
He's got that disc dialed. Great up from Mikey. Easy up and down for him. Should take the par.
Looks like a bit of a little step jumper from Luca here.
Yeah, I'm like, step putt coming. Oh, that line was great, just line. A little low. Yeah, I know that he's been working on those. I saw him in practice, so yeah, It's good to see that he's starting to get those close. Cooper with a jumper as well.
Yeah, bit lofted.
But hey, he had the height for it, which is really good to see.
Yeah, you really committed.
I thought he might have a sneaky little look. Let's see if Jackson can capitalize on this great drive.
Oh.
Yep, chain high, just left. Oh, but he skipped a little bit away. That's probably not the putt he's looking for his comebacker. Yeah.
Oh. It's not the sound you want to hear.
Yeah,
putting for par.
That's a tough break for Jackson there.
Such a great drive.
That's what you get for going for it, though. Same with Cooper.
Exact same from Cooper.
Yeah, little speed of play here. He'll tap out, but yeah, that's going to sting, especially for Cooper because he had that low drive.
Not the way you want to be finishing your middle seven. And likewise for Jackson with the bogey. He drops to even for the round.
Woo. Yeah, so he's started to slow down quite a bit. Mikey's just kind of been holding steady, which is good for him. Luca hasn't done too much damage. He's picked up a couple strokes here, which is good to see.
Yeah, pretty wild middle seven.
Fairway hits, good up shots, good long drives, but that train's really not moving anymore.
And here we have our leaderboard through 14 holes. Simon Feasey holding on to top spot with 10 under par. Woo. Huge.
Yeah, he's smoking. Jasper's moved up a couple spots. He's now 5 down. And there I am catching up.
Place?
Hey!
Brady.
Yep, so I'm starting to catch up here. Looks like I've heated up there after that front 7.
Yeah, excellent disc golf being played through this round. And we can't wait to finish up with the final 7. We'll see you there.
See you there.